Cafe March 21, my favorite cafe in Windsor, let me install another crochet piece around a pole in the middle of their cafe. It's their 10-year anniversary, and the theme is ride or die, so I made a racetrack with a bunch of little crochet cars. I covered the pole for the first time 2 years ago, but it needed a refresher, so I cut it off and I used it as a template for the new one. I started making 10 crochet cars out of foam and then went absolute beast mode on the knitting machine. I just got it on Facebook Marketplace, and this is the first time I've used it. I made one super long gray piece, and then I made 10 thin striped pieces in black and pink. Then I sewed them together to create this checkerboard pattern. Pink and black checkerboard is this year's theme. The day before the anniversary, I went in and I covered the pole with the giant blanket I just made. Someone at the cafe called it a wall scarf, and I thought that was very funny. It was already looking so good, and I was pleasantly surprised with how even the squares were. The next thing to install was the road, so I pinned it and roughly sewed it down. Next, it was time to sew down the text. I made 8 strips that said Cafe March 21 Raceway, and they line either side of the road. I took the length of the gray road and I divided it by 4, and that's how I got everything to be so even. I also added a finish line that said 10 years, and then it was time to add the cute cars. I sewed each one down to make it look like they were racing. Those cars are just so cute. There's just something about those little cars that make me so happy. It was fun to get everyone's opinions on what car should come in first, but everyone agreed it had to be pink. I know commenters will ask, will people try to rip them off? And honestly, I'm not worried because they're on there pretty good. When making tactile sculptures in public spaces, you always run the risk of people touching them, but for the most part, everyone's really respectful. If you want to see it in person, go to Cafe March 21 today and go wish them a happy birthday.